कृष्णा कृष्णा मुकुंदा जनार्दना कृष्णा कृष्णा मुकुंदा जनार्दना कृष्णा कृष्णा मुकुंदा जनार्दना कृष्णा कृष्णा मुकुंदा जनार्दना कृष्णा गोविंद नारायण हरे कृष्णा गोविंद नारायण हरे कृष्णा गोविंद नारायण हरे कृष्णा गोविंद नारायण हरे अच्युतानंत गोविंद माधव अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधव अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधव अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधव सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे सच्चिदानंद नारायण The most beautiful discourse of Bhagavan Shukadeva, Shukarishi, who is the son of Bhagavan Vedavyasa, to Parikshit, which is going to form the main description of the Leelas of Paramatma, has begun. And Shukra Maharshi, as you already know, 16-year-old and completely devoted to only meditation upon God, nothing else. ಈ ಭಾಗವತದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ವಿಸ್ತಾರವಾದ ವರ್ಣನೆ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ವರ್ಣನೆ ಈಗ ಶುಕ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಯ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಶುಕ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಶುರುವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜಿಗೆ. ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುಕ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಉತ್ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ವಿಸ್ತಾರವಾಗಿ ಭಗವಂತನ ಲೀಲೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಶುಕ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ 16 ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರು, ಮತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಹಂಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಚಿಂತನೆಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಚಿಂತನೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು. It is very difficult for the people of in this age to understand that one can and one devotes the mind completely to Paramatma. It is very difficult to understand. How can one devote completely one's mind to Paramatma? 100%. That means there is no other activity other than devoting one's mind, and the activity is also to Paramatma only. But people who have great karma yogis, the ones who are called as karma yogis, are those people who continue to live in the family life in the normal manner, but still had their mind devoted to Paramatma. It's a very, very special occasion. It's not that they completely detach from themselves from the family life, but remaining in family life, they devoted their mind to Paramatma. It is a very, very high state of level, very high level of achievement. Grace. It's not human achievement, it is only grace. So how does it come? ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾತ್ಮರು ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗೃಹಸ್ಥಾಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಸಂತತಿಯನ್ನೂ ಪಡೆದು ತಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿ ಸಂಪಾದನೆಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಕೂಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾತ್ರ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಚಿಂತನೆಯಿಂದ ದೂರ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. Whatever activity they may be doing, wherever they may be, their mind is at 50% involved in the Paramatma Chintana always. The remaining 50% only they will devote to the activities. Again we remember what I told you, multitasking. This mind, giving the mind completely to Paramatma, when you say completely means what? Mind is continuously meditating in some form or the other, but the activity is also considered as being done for the sake of Paramatma. Madarthamapi karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Madarthamapi karmani. Nanagoskara ninu karmagalannu madu, nanagoskara madu. Ivaga tayi keli, you ask a mother. Mother will tell the child, oh child, whatever I am doing is, remember that you should become a good person, you should become a very, very capable person, and you should have a good name in the society. The mother tells. What exactly is the mother meaning? That although it may be appearing that there are many things I am doing for my body also, but remember, now my concentration is, this is not for my sake, but it is for your sake. This is for your sake. Same way, ಒಂದು ತಾಯಿ ಬಂದು ತನ್ನ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಪಾಲನೆ ಪೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ತಾಯಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡು ಮರಿ, ನೀನು ಮೇಲ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ನೀನು ಮೇಲ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ನೀನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ಕೂಡ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನೋ ನಿನ್ನ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ತಾಯಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಳಿದಿರಲ್ಲ? ಆವಾಗ ತಾಯಿ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ತಾಯಿ ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮಗು. ಈ ಶರೀರ ಇದ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Only if the body is there, the child can come up. Mother's care is required. Similarly, we look after our body, the bhakta, the Paramatma Bhakta, the devotee of God. Who is the devotee of God? He looks after this body also. He also looks after the body. He will also wake up, he will also have his bath, he will also have food, but all will be only for the sake of Paramatma Chintanam. No other goal. Everything, including going to the office, because the Prakriti will not leave us, no? The nature is there inherentness. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಇರೋದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜ Janaka Chakravarti, he is a Chakravarti, but he has been called in the Shastras as Videha. His new name is Videha. What does it mean? He does not have the sense of body at all. Videha anta Janaka Maharaj, adikoskarané Sita is called as Vaidehi. The word Vaidehi, what does it mean? Sita, we know, Sita because of the plough. She was brought from the earth. ಸೀತಾದೇವಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು? ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷಿ ಮಾಡುವ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಮಾಡುವ ಭೂಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೀತಾ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟು. ಆದರೆ ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಮಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾನಕಿ, ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ ಮಗಳು ಜಾನಕಿ. ಮಿಥಿಲಾ ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೈಥಿಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ವೈದೇಹಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹೆಸರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು? ವೈದೇಹಿ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ಹೆಸರು ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಹೆಸರು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೇನು ವಿದೇಹ. ವಿದೇಹ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ವಿದೇಹ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೈದೇಹಿ came. What is the meaning of the word videha? Absolutely having no body feeling at all. It means he is continuously doing his activity. ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರಾಗಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವನಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನಂದು ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಂದು ಎಂಬ ಭಾವನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. He does not have the sense of I and mine. He is completely, continuously doing. Somebody came and asked him, ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಹಾರಾಜರೇ, ಇವರು ಶತ್ರುಗಳು ಬಂದು ದಾಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Enemies have come and attacked the country. Okay? Go and do your duty. Minister, go and tell the Senadipati whatever his duty is, let him go and do his duty. Each one of you do your duties, I am doing my duty. So that much was his, absolutely he used to carry out his activity. Somebody came and asked, somebody has cheated me. Okay, Senadipati, go and attend to that. So he used to attend to all his duties 100%. At the same time, he was detached from this also. This is a very beautiful method. So here Shukra Maharshi is one who is completely right from the age of 16, he has devoted his mind completely to Paramatma only. Then where is the need for him to give a discourse to Parikshit? Is it not a duty? Doesn't it look like a duty? No, it's not like a duty, because his life itself is devoted to talk about Paramatma, listen about Paramatma, sing about Paramatma. Only that is main duty of Shukra Maharshi. Whereas Vedavyasa Rishi is the one who has compiled this one. He is slightly different. Vedavyasa Rishi comes to the society. He teaches, he has come to advise Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja. But Shuka Maharshi is not, he doesn't go to advise anybody. He's just on his own. ಶುಕದೇವರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾಡಿಗೆ ಭ್ರಮಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಭಾಗವತವನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಇದೇ ಅವರ ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ ಸ್ವಭಾವ. Now he has started the discourse. Sri Shuka replied, "This enquiry of yours, made with a view to the good of the world, O king, is most welcome." ಹೇ ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿತ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜರೇ, ನೀನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ಯಾ? ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ. ಇದು ಕೇಳಿರೋ ಉತ್ತರ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಷೇಮ ಉಂಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ನಾನು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಇದರಿಂದ ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಷೇಮ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್. It is esteemed by the knowers of the self and is the most important of all that is worth hearing, remembering or chanting. Hearing, remembering or chanting, that means Govindeti sada snanam, Govindeti sada japam, Govindeti sada dhyanam, sada Govinda kirtanam. That is the only thing. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಚಿಂತನೆಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಸ್ಮರಣೆ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಬೇರೇನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ವಿಧವಾದ ಉದ್ದೇಶವೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. There are thousands of things worth hearing and attending to, O ruler of kings, for men who are attached to their home and engaged in performing the 5 great offerings enjoined on the householders and are blind to the truth of the self. ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ the family duties, everything seems to be a duty only. Everything becomes a duty only. What is it? For example, sweeping the house is a duty, making coffee is also a duty, making tea is also a duty, and then going out is also a duty. Going out and sitting and seeing a drama is also a duty. Everything becomes a duty. So Sunday means we have to go out. So gradually the sense of duty is being deviated from the main concept to things which are actually not necessary. So there are thousands of things one can do, and then we start making our own definitions of duty. So that, but they are devoid of self-knowledge. How do you know that a person does not have self-knowledge? How do you know that a person does not have Paramatma knowledge? By the sorrow. ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ದುಃಖ ಪಡೋದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. A person who has knowledge of Paramatma can never be sad. That is the beauty of the knowledge of Paramatma. Self-knowledge or God knowledge, it removes sorrow. That is the beauty of this knowledge. Geography, knowing geography will not remove your sorrow. Knowing history will not remove your sorrow. A great mathematician, he need not be free from sorrow. But one who knows Paramatma, he will definitely be free from sorrow. That is the beauty of this ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಜ್ಞಾನದ ವಿಶೇಷ ಗುಣ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ದುಃಖದಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದೆ, this is the most important knowledge. Their span of life, O king, is stolen away at night by sleep or by engaging in different sensual activities, and in the daytime by endeavors to make money or to provide for the family. So somehow automatically these days, so anyhow, anybody 8 hours of sleep, so 24 hours, 24 ಗಂಟೆ 8 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೋದರೆ 1/3 of the day is already gone. 24 ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 8 ಗಂಟೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ? 16 ಗಂಟೆ. ಈ 16 ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಲ್ಲುಜ್ಜಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ, ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಒಗೆಯೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. 15 ಗಂಟೆ ಉಳಿತು. In these 15 hours, having food, that is another 1 hour going and coming, everything take out. So 14 hours are remaining. In these 14 hours, maximum time is spent only for buying clothes and then preparing food and then all these worldly activities only, and then going and posing oneself in different parties and different gatherings, and then seeing movies and then seeing all the things, but never ever to think of Paramatma. Unless somebody has been reminded by somebody that if you go for sangat, satsang, it will never come naturally. So life is just like the spent. Life is just like that spent. Maddened by affection for those that are intimately connected with oneself, namely one's body, progeny, consort and so on, unreal as they are, one fails to visualize their end, though actually witnessing it. So very much attached, not normally attached, but excessively attached. That's why you get so many, so many stories and so many kadambaris which say, I cannot live without you, he cannot live without him. One cannot live without prana, but one cannot live without another person means that is an indication of the attachment. It's an indicator. It is true that we respect and honor everybody because Paramatma is present in everybody. In everybody Paramatma is present. As I told you, we have certain tendencies. These tendencies, socially they are regulated and then we live a good life. But that doesn't mean that is the be all and end all. That is not the be all and end all. There is a loftier purpose. ಇನ್ನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಗುರಿ ಇದೆ. ಬರೀ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಮುಳುಗೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ ಗುರಿ. ಬರೀ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಮುಳುಗೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಲಸ್ತಾವತ್ ಕ್ರೀಡಾಸಕ್ತ ತರುಣಸ್ತಾವತ್ ತರುಣೀಸಕ್ತ ವೃದ್ಧಸ್ತಾವತ್ ಚಿಂತಾಮಗ್ನ ಪರೇ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಣಿ ಕೋಪಿನ ಲಗ್ನ. ಹುಡುಗರಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಕಾಲ ಕಳೆದು, ಯುವಕರಾದರೆ ಯುವಕರ ಭಾವನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕಳೆದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ವೃದ್ಧರಾಗಿದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನನ್ನ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಗಮನಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮೀ, ದಿಸ್ ಥಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ the mind is not engaged in Paramatma. So this satsang, Bhagavata tells us, mind you can keep it engaged in Paramatma and do your duties also. That will give you much more cheerfulness, much more success also in life. Therefore, O descendant of Bharata, he who seeks to attain the fearless state of moksha should listen to, recite and dwell on the stories of the Almighty Lord Sri Hari, the soul of the universe. If you really want to be liberated from the binding in this life, ಈ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಬಂಧನಗಳಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತನಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೇರವಾದ ದಾರಿ. It's the easiest method is keep on listening to the Paramatma, glory of Paramatma, and don't unnecessarily create activities. Don't create activities and start engaging yourself in that. Activities are already there. To look after this body, so many activities are there, but don't create newer and newer activities. Engage your time on the meditation on Paramatma. To be put in mind of Sri Narayana at the last moment of one's life, that alone is the supreme reward of human birth. Howsoever, this may be earned through self-knowledge or devotion or even through steadfastness to one's sacred duty. See, there is a new approach now. What is that? However, to be put in mind of Sri Narayana at the last moment of one's life, that alone is the supreme reward of human birth. Howsoever, this may be earned through self-knowledge or devotion or even through steadfastness to one's sacred duty. So one has understood the duty. And that duty, remember, many people in the world mistake certain wrong things to be their duty. People mistake some wrong activities to be their duty. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ತಪ್ಪು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನೇ ನನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. There is a very humorous thing. Two shops were there. In the two shops, a customer goes to the shop. ಒಬ್ಬ ಗ್ರಾಹಕ ಒಂದು ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. When he goes to the shop, he sees that the person is weighing something, and it was not those ready-made packets. He's weighing something and then selling. So this fellow went and said, I want a kg of rice. It's a very old store. A kg of rice. Immediately the person puts some rice and puts the weighing scales on the scale. He puts that. Then afterwards he sees, by the time he's packing, he has slowly slipped away some rice back into the bag. He slowly stripped some rice into the bag. The shopkeeper, he has cheated. So this customer is watching. He says, in ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರಿನಾ? ಅವನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಮೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ತೂಕ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೆಗೆದು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸುರಿದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿನ ಸುರಿದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಂಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗ್ರಾಹಕ, ನೀನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರಿನಾ? ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? He says, I know you are watching me, but how else can I look after my children? See the answer he gives. How else can I look after my children? ನಾನು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮರಿನ ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಿ? ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬ. He went to the other shop. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೆ ಜಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ ಅದು. ಅವನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನ್ಯಾಯವಾಗಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್. He says, why are you doing like this? Your business may not run properly if you do like this. See, only by doing dharma my children will be nice. If I am proper, I am dharmic, only my children will be nice. Otherwise, how will they be nice? ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ನ್ಯಾಯವಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Two people have understood the essence of life in two different ways. One person thinks that if he cheats only, he can bring up his children, which is the maximum in all over the world. The other one thinks, if I perform dharma only, my children will be happy, because he has the notion of punya and papa. He knows what is sin and he knows what is merit. So that is the difference. Therefore, what Bhagavatam tells is, by doing one's duty properly, correctly on the path of dharma, one can definitely be liberated. ಧರ್ಮದ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಬಾಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಬಹುದು ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಭಾಗವತ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Even ascetics, O king, that are established in the absolute and have reached beyond the sphere of injunctions and inhibitions, generally delight in discoursing on the virtues of Sri Hari. ತಪಸ್ವಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಲೋಕದ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರೋರು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಶ್ರೀಹರಿ ಕಥೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Even great tapasvis also, although they sit down and meditate upon Paramatma, if they come to know that somewhere Bhagavat is going on, they will come running and sit down, because they know it is very fast. Sitting down and doing tapasya is much difficult, but listening to the glory of God and being promoted is very much more easier than all of these things. This Purana, which is known by the name of Bhagavata and is as sacred as the Vedas, I studied towards the end of the Dwapara age from my father, the sage Dvaipayana Vyasa. So ದ್ವಾಪರ ಯುಗ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಇರೋ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆಯಾದ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸರು ನನಗೆ ಈ ಪುರಾಣವನ್ನು, ಭಾಗವತ ಮಹಾಪುರಾಣ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ರು. My father, Bhagavan Vedavyasa, taught this to me at the end of Dwapara Yuga. Fully established as I was in the absolute, my heart was captivated by the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna of excellent renown. ಶುಕದೇವರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದಲೇ, ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿಂದಲೇ ಅವರು ತಪಸ್ವಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೆ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸರು ಪಾಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. Once his father said, Shukadev, come and sit down, I am going to teach you something. So he sat down. And when he listened to the Bhagavatam, he became absorbed in that, completely absorbed in that one, because it's such a beautiful glory of Paramatma that even tapasya doesn't seem so interesting. Even going and sitting down and doing tapasya somewhere in the caves or in the forest or in the mountain top doesn't seem so interesting and so beautiful as Bhagavata Mahapurana. ಅಂದರೆ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಗುಹೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಡವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಭಾಗವತವನ್ನು ಶ್ರವಣ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು I learnt it from him, and whatever I am going to tell you is that only. Fully established as that is how I studied this Purana, O royal sage. You being a votary of Lord Vishnu, I shall recite the self-same Purana to you, for the mind of those who repose their faith in this Purana quickly conceives disinterested love for Sri Krishna, the bestower of liberation. ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. I will definitely narrate this to you, because the one who listens to this automatically develops devotion to Paramatma, and devotion is the key. Devotion is the key for a happy life. ಆನಂದವಾದ ಬಾಳಿಗೆ ನಿಜವಾದ ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಚಿಂತನೆ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ದಾರಿನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. For those who have developed an aversion for this world and seek to attain the fearless state, as well as for realized souls that have attained union with God, O King, the chanting of Sri Hari's names has been concluded to be the best means as well as the end. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ, ಯಾರು ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಸೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮುಕ್ತರಾದವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ, those who are liberated already and those who seek liberation, for both of them this is the best solution to chant the names of Sri Hari. ಭಗವಂತನ ನಾಮಸ್ಮರಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ತುಂಬ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ದಾರಿ. To a man who is negligent about his own interests, of what use is this world? Of what use in this world are long years of life that slip away unnoticed or spent in ignorance? ತನ್ನ ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, the one who does not know actually what is good for me, what is good for one. You ask, many youngsters, I'm telling you this is the truth, okay? In this age of studies, many students all over the world, many students, they'll be going to the college and then attending just on a routine matter they'll be going. But whenever by chance we have a small interview with that person and ask, what exactly are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do future, I don't know. There are many students who will tell you. There was a time, I'm talking about 1983-84, there was a lot, this new counseling had started that time for counseling for children who wanted to take a particular elective, a subject. So they used to write, they used to say, we are bewildered. We don't know what to choose also. Which subject to choose, we don't know. What we should do in the future, we don't know. So don't be under the impression that everybody knows how to live. There are many people who do not know how to live. And their life is a waste. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ದಾರಿನೇ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಲೋಕ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕಾಲ ಕಳೆಯೋದೇ ಜೀವನ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Just spending time like that is they think it is life itself. So for such a person, this is the right method. Much more valuable is the hour consciously spent in endeavoring for the highest good. Having come to know that he was to live only an hour more, the royal sage Khatvanga renounced everything in that short space of time and sought refuge with Sri Hari, who dispels all fear. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತಿಳಿದು ಬಾಳೋದು, with full understanding of our life, if we live, that is worth. Even if we live for 5 minutes, that is sufficient, but it is worth living because we know the purpose of life. The purpose is not like a human purpose. Not like it's like a beautiful divine purpose where we can think beyond this body also. It's not just, Solomon Grundy, born on Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, fell ill on Thursday, was on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. That is the end of Solomon Grundy. That is not the way one lives, You are born and then you immediately get everything, only these activities. No, that is not. There is a higher purpose of life. And this higher purpose of life, that is the Khatvanga Rishi. Rishi Khatvanga was another great Rishi who came to know that he is going to live only for 1 more hour. What did he do for that 1 hour? He said, nothing else. I am going to devote my mind completely to Paramatma because that is the final thing, and chant his names. Chanting the name of Paramatma is most beautiful. O Ramani Namam Enta Ruchira. Ruchira Jagadatmani Nama me Niruchira Jagadatmani Nama me Niruchira Ruchira O Ramani Namamenta Ruchira Jagadatmani Namame Miruchira सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।